Hello, good evening, everyone. Basically, I just like to top up because we went through all this legislation and how they say COVID is the new normal. Basically, COVID is our new constitution. People are standing in disbelief in the whole world. Why are our rights trapped on? Why we are in this tyranny? We are in this tyranny because the new world order, everything what's connected to it goes through COVID. So is it the 5G? I saw some people that worked on the installation of 5G that took pictures that there is like COVID-19 on this, hardware. There is like this, there is like this Bill Gates, he basically registered COVID-19. I lost my thought, what I wanted to say about it. Basically, we are in the new world order through this COVID-19, everything, whatever has to do with COVID-19 is the world new order. And the constitution doesn't exist anymore. We are under a new system.
I will stop you there, Russ. I understand exactly what you're saying, but that doesn't mean there's no constitution. Because all it means is the criminals have taken over and trying to impose a new system. And if
exactly. I'm not saying we are accepting it. I'm saying that's what we have. That's what we have right now. Like when we just went through all this legislation that Crown, showed us, it's like for us, it's all connected to the virus, but it has nothing to do with the virus. It's just the way how they overtook the whole, legal system. And that's the new legal system. It's like, if you look at it through the virus, it's funny, like it's hard to understand because you said it's really hard to understand Crown, because he has so much knowledge. But basically, to top it up all, that's the new world constitution. All the COVID-19 regulations that are running the world right now is the new world order constitution, and that's that's basically what they want. That's the one world government acting through these laws and legislation. Yeah, that's what we have right now. So that's a top up. That's how you can understand, like when you look at all this legislation, what that actually is, because they are not respecting the constitutional rights. It's all like trapped on.
Not at all.
For them doesn't exist. So the new constitution and like everything what's connected to the new world order is connected through the COVID-19.
Yeah, then we've got that legislation that they're voting on currently in Victoria, where I think it was 38 for, 21 against, where they can nominate pretty much anybody they want to be a police officer or a public official and report people who they think might do something so that they can be incarcerated before they do.
Where is the constitution there? Where is the people of the world? Nobody cares. We're all dead. So for them, they're going to try everything to implement. We are at the point where we are just trying to understand what's going on, but that's going on. Yeah. This is going on. This is us vacant. There is the people that are running with masks from COVID, but we now see, it's the new world constitution. COVID-19.
I'd ask, why isn't there any COVID legislation in the Northern Territory?
That's a good question. Yeah, maybe I thought when you were talking about that, they have beachheads, it's like a military operation where they start. Right now they're working in Melbourne, they are pushing it onto people, down people's throats. If they manage down there, like here in Queensland, you don't even feel anything, people are having parties, clubs are open, but, they don't realize it's coming. They're just like pushing it down there. If they manage to do it in Australia, talking just in Australia, they're just going to roll it out everywhere, So that's, and maybe the Northern Territory, it's our beachhead, you know, maybe we can act through Northern Territory and like overtake Australia, maybe something like that. Just crossed my mind, you know, it needs to be developed.
Yeah. Well, it's just seeing that there's a lot of legislation in the Northern Territory referring to the Crown.
That's something to be researched.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's maybe a portal. That could be a portal, you know, a portal, you know, to win against them. Something to think about, yeah.
Something to think about. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that could be some homework before we get through to next week.
Yeah.
I think we'll look at closing the meeting there before we run on too late.
Thank you. Good night, everyone. Thanks for listening.
Thank you. And that stuff with the legislation, with all the COVID stuff in it, like with all the references to it, to be quite frank, it's done my head in. It's done my head in. Like, it's just, like, and then you try and tell people and they just look at you like you're an idiot. Like, but I think that must be a reflection or something. I don't know.
Just reading legislation will do your head in. I tell you, the way it's written and structured, it's not for everyone's vocabulary or the DNA to comprehend. I tell you.
You definitely have to get in the mode, and if you want to really mess your head up just for fun, go and read David Wynn Miller stuff. See how you go with that. So that's a whole new world of hurt as far as the head's concerned.
Yeah.
So I think we'll call the meeting to an end. I want to thank you so much, Crown, for coming in. And remember, we are working toward a solution. The more knowledge you've got about who you are and what you're not, then you can participate in a different way. But in the meantime, as I keep saying, we've got to get more people. We've got to get more people coming along.